by Dr. Seuss. The Lorax by Dr. Seuss, Random House, New York. For Audrey, Lark, and Lee, with love. Trademark and copyright 1971 by Dr. Seuss Enterprises LP. All rights reserved under international and Pan-American copyright conventions. Published in the United States by Random House Incorporated, New York, and simultaneously in Canada by Random House of Canada Limited, Toronto. This title was originally cataloged by the Library of Congress as follows: Geisel, Theodore Seuss, 1904, The Lorax by Dr. Seuss, New York Random House, 1971-70. Picture color illustrations, 29 centimeters. Summary: The Once-Low describes the results of the local pollution problem. 1. Stories and rhyme. 1. Title: PZ 8.3.G276LO. E. 74-158-378. ISBN 0-394-82337-0 in the trade section and 0-394-92337-5 in the library building. Manufactured in the United States of America, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. At the far end of town where the grickle grass grows and the wind smells slow and sour as it blows, and no birds ever sing except the old crows, is the street of the lifted larks. And deep in the grickle grass, some people say, if you look deep enough, you can still see today where the larks once stood, just as long as it could, before somebody lifted the larks away. What was the larks, and why was it there, and why was it lifted and taken somewhere from the far end of town where the grickle grass grows? The old onceler still lives here. Ask him. He knows. You won't see the onceler. Don't knock at his door. He stays in his lurkum on top of his store. He lurks in his lurkum, cold under the roof, where he makes his own clothes out of muffled mood. And on special dank midnights in June, he peeks out of the shutters and sometimes he speaks and tells how the larks was lifted away. He'll tell you, perhaps, if you're willing to pay. On the end of a rope, he lets down a tin pail, and you have to toss in 15 cents and a nail, and the shell of a great-great-great-grandfather snail. Then he pulls up the pail, makes a most careful count, to see if you've paid him the proper amount. Then he hides what you paid him away in his snub, his secret strange hole in his crabby-less glove. Then he grunts, I am the once. I will call you by whispering phone for the secrets I tell are for your ears alone. Slop. Down slops the whispering phone to your ear, and the old monster's whispers are not very clear since they have to come down through a snurgly hose, and he sounds as if he had small bees up his nose. It all started way back, such a long, long time back. Way back in the days when the grass was still green, and the pond was still wet, and the clouds were still clean, and the song of the swami swans rang out in space. One morning I came to this glorious place, and I first saw the trees, the truffula trees, mile after mile in a fresh morning breeze. And under the trees I saw brown barbaloots, frisking about in their barbaroot suits as they played in the shade and ate truffula fruit. From the rippleless pond came the comfortable sound of the humming fish humming while splashing around. But those trees, those truffula trees, all my life I've been searching for trees such as these. The touch of their tufts was much softer than silk, and they had the sweet smell of fresh butterfly milk. I felt a great leaping of joy in my heart. I knew just what I'd do. I unloaded my cart. In no time at all, I built a small shop, and I chopped down a truffula tree with one chop. With great skillful skill and with great speedy speed, I took that soft tuft and I knitted a thneed. The instant I finished, I heard a gazump. I looked. I saw something pop out of the stump of the tree I chopped down. It was sort of a man. Describe him? That's hard. I don't know if I can. He was shortish and oldish and brownish and mossy, and he spoke with a voice that was sharpish and bossy. Mister, he said with a sawdusty sneeze, I'm the Lorax. I speak for the trees. I speak for the trees, for the trees have no tongues, and I'm asking you, sir, at the top of my lungs. He was very upset as he shouted and puffed. What's that thing you made out of my truffula tuft? Look, Lorax, I said, there's no cause for alarm. I chopped just one tree. I'm doing no harm. I'm being quite useful. This thing is a thneed. A thneed's a fine something that all people need. It's a shirt, it's a sock, it's a glove, it's a hat, but it has other uses. Yes, far beyond that. Used for carpets, or pillows, or sheets, or curtains, or covers for bicycle seats. The Lorax said, Sir, you are crazy with greed. There's no one on earth who would buy that fool thneed. The very next minute, I proved he was wrong. For just at that minute, a chap came along, and he thought that the thneed I knitted was great. He happily bought it for $3.98. I laughed at the Lorax. You poor stupid guy. You never can tell what some people will buy. I repeat, cried the Lorax, I speak for the trees. I'm busy, I told him. Hush up, if you please. I rushed across the room and in no time at all built a radio phone. I put in a quick call. I called all my brothers and uncles and aunts and I said, listen here, here's a wonderful chance for the whole Onceler family to get mighty rich. Get over here fast. Take the road to North Nitch, turn left at Weehawken, sharp right at South Stitch. And in no time at all, in the factory I built, the whole Onceler family was working full tilt. We were all needing needs, just as busy as bees, to the sound of the chopping of truffula trees. Then, oh baby, oh how my business did grow. Now chopping one tree at a time was too slow, so I quickly invented my super X hacker, which whacked up 4 truffula trees at one smacker. We were making things 4 times as fast as before, and that Lorax, he didn't show up anymore. But the next week, he knocked on my new office door. He snapped, I'm the Lorax who speaks from the trees, which you seem to be chopping as fast as you please. But I'm also in charge of the brown barbaloots who played in the shade in their weather suits and happily lived eating truffula fruit. Now, thanks to your hacking my trees to the ground, there's not enough truffula fruit to go around. And my poor barbaloots are all getting the crummies because they have gas and no food in their tummies. They love living here, but I can't let them stay. They'll have to find food, and I hope that they may. Good luck, boys, he cried, and he sent them away. I, the once Lord, felt sad as I watched them all go, but business is business, and business must grow, regardless of crummies and tummies, you know. I meant no harm, I most truly did not, but I had to grow bigger, so bigger I got. I biggered my factory, I biggered my roads, I biggered the wagons, I biggered the loads of the things I shipped out. I was shipping them forth to the south, to the east, to the west, to the north. I went right on biggering, selling more needs. And I biggered my money, which everyone needs. Then again he came back. I was fixing some pipes when that old nuisance Lorax came back with more grapes. Once, Lord, he cried with a crufulous croak. Once, Lord, you're making such smogulous smoke. My poor swami swans, why they can't sing a note. No one can sing who has smog in their throat. There we go. And so, said the Lorax, please pardon my cough. They cannot live here, so I'm sending them off. Where will they go? I don't hopefully know. They might have to fly for a month or a year to escape from the smog you've smogged up around here. What's more, snapped the Lorax, his dander was up. Let me say a few words about gluppity-glup. Your machinery chugs on day and night without stop making gluppity-glup. Also sloppity-slop. And what do you do with this leftover goo? I'll show you, you dirty old once-a-man you. You're glumping the pond where the humming fish hummed. No more can they hum, for the gills are all gummed. So I'm sending them off. Oh, their future is dreary. They'll walk from their fins and get woefully weary in search of some water that isn't so smeary. And then I got mad. I got terribly mad. I yelled at the Lorax, now listen here, Dad. All you do is say bad, 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 bad. Well, I have my rights, sir, and I'm telling you, I intend to go on doing just what I do. And for your information, you Lorax, I'm figuring on biggering and biggering and biggering and biggering, shooting more truffle trees into things which everyone needs. And at that very moment, we heard a loud whack. From outside in the fields came a sickening smack of an axe on a tree. And we heard the tree fall. The very last truffula tree of them all. No more trees, no more needs, no more work to be done. So my aunts and uncles, everyone, all waved me goodbye and drove away under the stars. And drove away in my cars under the smoke-smuggered stars. Now all that was left beneath the bad-smelling sky was my big empty factory, the Lorax, and I. The Lorax said nothing, just gave me a glance. Just gave me a very sad backward glance as he lifted himself by the seat of his pants. And I'll never forget that grim look on his face as he hoisted himself and took leave of this place through a hole in the smog without leaving a trace. And all that the Lorax left here in this mess was a small pile of rocks with the one word,
unless.
Whatever that meant, well, I just couldn't guess. That was long, long ago, and each day since that they have sat here and worried away through the years while my buildings have fallen apart, I've worried about it with all of my heart. But now, says the once-ler, now that you're here, the word of the Lorax seems perfectly clear, unless someone like you here's a whole awful lot. Nothing's going to get better. It's not. So catch, calls the once-ler. He let something fall. It's a truffula seed. It's the last one of all. You're in charge of the last of the truffula trees, truffula seeds, and truffula trees are what everyone needs. Plant a new truffula, treat it with care, give it clean water and feed it fresh air. Grow a forest, protect it from axes that hack. Then the Lorax and all of his friends may come back. The end.